we do extend a very warm welcome to the Glass House. Ladies and gentlemen, our third bout of the evening features 8 by 3 minute rounds of boxing in the light heavyweight division.
And in the black trunks is Adrian Bellin. He's had 2 wins, 1 KO, 1 draw. He's just 21 years of age. He's also trained by that man there, Keith Ellis. He calls himself the White Tyson, and Keith Ellis thinks he can be just about anything in the light heavyweight division. Lost some 15 kilos to get himself down to this weight.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adrian Bellin.
And does he look terrific?
Yes, he's seen as the white Mike Tyson, and just by looking at him, you can see that in his face. He's got a lot of potential here, and Keith Ellis thinks he's got a bright future.
Fights in the black trunks as Tyson does, of course. And I just saw a moment ago Jeff Penny's great friend, Jamie Packer, arriving. He's ringside along with many other celebrities here at the Glass House. No socks a la Tyson for Adrian Bellin.
Yes, we know who his hero is.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent making his way to the ring in the blue corner, James Wallace.
Jamie Wallace in the red trunks. And he's trained by Jeff Nielsen. He's had the 8 wins, 8 losses, and just 2 KOs, and I think he may have his work cut out for him this evening. 21 years of age as well, so a couple of youngsters, the experience with Wallace, but I think the future may well be with Adrian Bellin.
Yes, although some of those losses, he's actually had 3 losses on points on a split decision, and they feel like he's been badly done by. He's actually a very good boxer puncher.
Entering the ring, Jamie Wallace.
And certainly has a lot of experience for this fight.
Have you seen much of Bellin?
Bellin is meant to be a ferocious body puncher. The question, though, they're asking is whether or not 8 rounds will be too much for him at this stage of his career.
We'll take a quick look at the tail of the tape for these two. And Adrian Bellin, both 21 as I say, Jamie Wallace and Adrian Bellin. The height advantage slightly with Jamie Wallace. Reach quite clearly with Jamie Wallace, and not much difference in the weight. Bellin a little bit heavier, 4 kilos.
Getting Richard Ward to the dressing rooms, please. Richard Ward to the dressing rooms, please. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening features 8 by 3 minute rounds of boxing in the light heavyweight division. Firstly, introducing in the red corner, scaling in at 79.2 kilograms, wearing black trunks and hailing from Werribee in Victoria. His amateur career started in the super heavyweight division, dropping 13 kilos. He fights in the light heavyweight division tonight. After turning professional a short time ago, he's had 3 fights for 2 victories and a draw. He's aiming towards an Australian title tilt at the end of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Adrian Bobcat Bellin. And introducing his opponent across the ring in the blue corner, wearing red and black trunks, weighing in at 77.5 kilograms. He hails from Elizabeth in South Australia. A winner of 3 amateur national titles. He challenged for the Pan Asian title against Mike McCarter, narrowly beaten in a split decision. His professional record includes 16 fights, 8 wins, 2 by the way of knockout. He is currently ranked 6th in the Australian super middleweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Jamie Wildman Wallace. Referees, Ignatius Viscolides. Judges ringside, Neville Williams, Cliff Heaver and Chris Anderson.
Go to the knockdown and go to the neutral corner. Shake hands now and at the last round. Good luck, boys.
Look at those eyes on Adrian Bellin. Jamie Wallace, we would expect to be the better of the two boxers. Conflicting styles, these. Adrian Bellin will come at him and work away at the body before trying to bring in that big overhand right. As for Jamie Wallace, he'll try and move and outbox him.
Keith Ellis is very confident of a knockout here in this fight. He thinks it's only a matter of time before he catches up to Wallace. Wallace hails from South Australia and is trained by former Australian champion Jeff Nielsen. Flyweight champion in the 70s and 80s.
Fight!
He was fighting at super heavyweight, Adrian Bellin, and looks very, very strong. Dropped some 12 kilograms.
It's a lot of weight to lose, isn't it? Yeah. Jamie Wallace trying to keep him away with that left hand, but will that left hand gain the respect of Adrian Bellin? That's the big question. Because if he just starts walking through it, Wallace could be in a spot of bother.
Bellin's going to chop him down from the stomach, and even that left hook he threw then looked like it hurt Wallace.
Keeping busy, Jamie Wallace. Go and try to keep him away with those left jabs.
Both boys are the same age here, 21 years old, but infinitely more experienced to Wallace.
Punching power you would have to expect is with Bellin, though. Still trying to get a clear shot, almost got the left hand through.
Right! Stand back, don't punch.
A little bit of puffiness on his right eye already, though, I must say, Adrian Bellin. Left jabs connected a couple of times from Jamie Wallace.
Every time Wallace gets hit, though, he's being backed up. He's got a similar build to Justin Fortune. Short and very, very stocky. And if he can punch as hard as Justin, then... Oh, look out, Wallace.
What's anything close? Fight! Don't punch. Stand back there. Stop. Fight! Stand back, one.
Just grazed him, that left hand. No real damage done. And most of those jabs are being taken on the right glove of Adrian Bellin.
Working it.
Referee just reminding him to work in those clinches, and a pretty even first round. How did you score it, mate?
I thought it was very even. I thought the one telling punch was that left hook rip that was thrown by Bellin. And when it hit him in the ribs, I thought that he was...
And I think we're going to have a look at that now. Oh, no, that was the little right and then the overhand left from Bellin.
But once again, you saw when it was thrown how he was certainly taken aback by it.
He certainly was. And we'll have a listen to Keith Ellis if we can.
Yeah. Jab with him. And you get to the rope straight right to the heart lifter. Come on. Come on. Second jab on.
Second to jab with him in the other corner. Jamie Wallace getting some final instructions from Jeff Nielsen, and they were pretty simple. Jab, jab, jab. Bellin is going to try and tie Wallace up on the ropes if he can. Walk through the jab and pin him back.
Well, Ellis wants Bellin to work more to the stomach, work more to the body and chop him down.
He's keeping that right hand up well, Adrian Bellin. Most of those jabs, as I said earlier, landing on the gloves, landing on the leather.
He looks like he's trying to take control in this early part of the second round. Not quite as tentative. The big overhand right that missed.
That left hand didn't miss.
No.
Working it, guys.
He punches very hard, but he should just try and sort of lead in off the left and set him up. At this rate, he can knock him out, Wallace.
Oh, working it.
Oh, he's got him in trouble now. Again, a wonderful left hook. But Wallace was still there in front of him. This is only the second round, scheduled for 8 3-minute rounds. The light heavyweight division, if you've just joined us on Sky's Fight Night, the man in the black trunks, R. Tyson, calls himself the White Tyson.
Wallace has got to use those legs more. He's standing in front of him, and if he remains stationary, then he's in big trouble.
Good work there by Jamie Wallace. Jamie Wallace in the red trunks. The blue piping with his name down the side.
He's certainly scoring with that left.
Good work from Jamie Wallace. He covers up Adrian Bellin, but the first left hand certainly got through. A minute to go in the second round, and Jamie Wallace making a good fist of this. He needs to stay away and use his height and reach advantage as much as possible. Keep throwing out that jab. Good right hand.
Wallace is certainly scoring with that left.
Working it.
I don't know, though, that he wants to fight in close with Bellin.
Maybe interesting as this fight progresses.
Oh,
to see the fitness of these two. He's lost a lot of weight, Bellin.
Big uppercut there by Bellin.
Oh, and a good left hand from Jamie Wallace as well. But Bellin walked straight through it. A low blow there, I would have thought. That's the end of round 2.
I actually thought that Wallace held his own that round.
Yeah, there wasn't much in it. A pretty good performance, particularly late in that first round. But early on, Bellin certainly scored, and here it comes. As we take a look at it, crash with that left hand. The overhand right caught more glove than anything else. And we'll take a look at the reverse situation nearing the end of that round when Jamie Wallace came back at Adrian Bellin. And here he comes, a little overhand left, and then 2 more got through, and it's not a bad right hand either.
No, you notice as he backs him up there that Wallace looks to be coming on very well.
And here comes Wallace again.
Round 3.
In a little bit of trouble late. But that round could have gone either way.
Bellin seems to want to load up. I'd be telling him just to slow down a bit and throw a few punches together.
Good left hand again. Oh, now that certainly did rock him. The right hand, the knees began to buckle. He's standing there in front of him. Adrian Bellin trying to get over the top of him again, but Jamie Wallace has worked his way out of that, but the knees certainly buckled.
He was in trouble then. That was a big overhand right.
And he almost walked into another one. Adrian's corner telling him to set him up again. Not to just stand there and try and tee off, to work for it. Nice little uppercut from Jamie Wallace as well. He probably hasn't worked to the body as much as Keith Ellis would like.
No, but he just keeps walking in, and he seems happy enough to take a punch to give one. Can't question Wallace's jaw so far. He's taken some good clean hits.
He certainly has. The thing about Adrian Bellin, he also stands there waiting to be hit Not a lot of head movement, not a lot of ducking and weaving as he walks in. He tries to just keep the right hand up and deflect most of them, but...
Bellin's problem is that each punch he wants to make the knockout punch. He should just work off a left or off a right and steady up his opponent.
And if his hero is Mike Tyson, one of the things he can learn from Tyson is that ducking and weaving of the head. Tyson's head's never still for a second. But I'll tell you what, he's strong. He's taken plenty from Jamie Wallace and still keeps on walking straight through that left hand.
Work inside.
Certainly strong. He just wants to move a little bit more and...
Straight! Stand back.
Oh, good left hand. He's in trouble again. Hurt him for sure.
Straight! Stand back, boys.
Once again you see there was no follow-up punching.
No, I was just about to say that he stood there waiting to tee up again instead of just moving in and monstering Jamie Wallace, but it was a great left hand, no question about that.
Because Wallace is quite a neat fighter. He's not a bit of blood there now from...
Coming from the nose, I think.
The Bellin, yes.
Straight! Stand back.
Wallace is quite a nice little boxer there. You see he's very, very neat and he covers up a lot, so a lot of Bellin's punches don't find their mark.
Yes, but certainly early on in that round, the best punch of the fight early on in round 3, and Bellin had him in all sorts of trouble. You'll see his knees absolutely buckle. There they go, but no follow-up. Jamie Wallace did a good job of covering, grappling, and keeping himself on his feet, but the knees buckled for your life.
Same angle then. You see there how he tries to load up and make each punch the knockout punch. He could almost afford just to pad out that left, just to get Wallace to drop that left hand of his, the overhand right.
Yeah, and there it is from another angle. That first punch had him in enormous trouble. He handled that slightly better, but again, the real problem from Adrian Bellin's point of view is he didn't capitalise, he didn't move in.
He's just not setting up his opponent for the combinations.
Right there. Fuck.
Up to now, they're both taking a bit of punishment. Bellin bleeding from the nose, and as he walks in, he's very open to get hit.
No question he's the busier of the two fighters, Jamie Wallace. The better boxer of the two. Keith Ellis was sure that this could end in a knockout. And you get a feeling that Adrian Bellin's thinking too much about that instead of just doing the job.
Yes, and as the fight wears on, Bellin with only 3 fights will probably start to tire. Wallace has a curious living. He assembles waterbeds.
And Bellin's got a cut developing under his left eye. So bleeding a little from the nose and a cut under the left eye as well, just opening up.
If Wallace can just stick and move and keep moving, he's still a chance in this fight.
Oh, absolutely, because you've got to realise, watching in the club or pub where you're at the moment, that he's throwing many, many more scoring punches. The big punches have been thrown by Bellin, but Wallace has been very busy in this fight. Oh, good punch, good left hand.
You notice too, as Bellin moves in, he sort of drops his hands.
Right.
So not only is he not sort of loading up, he's also dropping his hands, so he's open to counters. Should be working off a left jab. Wallace seems more resolute in this round.
He certainly does. A minute to go in this round. A nice straight left from Wallace as Bellin moves in.
Stand back, guys.
again, you can pick Bellin's punches as he comes in. He's either hooking or he's throwing an overhand right.
Right.
He's working well, Jamie Wallace, tying him up,
Scoring with that left. He's scoring with that left every time he throws it. He wins in this exchange again.
Oh, working side, guys. Come on, working there.
Well, the crowd liked it. I don't know how many of those got through, personally. A nice right hand to finish the fight. But Jamie Wallace, that was a pretty good fourth round.
I thought he fought very well. I gave it to Wallace in that round.
And we'll take a look at Bellin here. As they break, the right hand, and he just keeps throwing it. No left at all. So no combination punching, just throwing the right hand over and over again, and that's part of the problem.
And then Wallace comes straight back.
And the car girls getting a little bit of support here from the crowd. Big smiles, although you've got to question whether it's the smiles they're looking at.
Down, round 5.
So the start of the 5th round in an 8-round light heavyweight contest.
Come on, break out.
Jamie Wallace is probably a little bit behind at this point, but still with every chance in this fight. Bellin, the more inexperienced of the two.
Watch your heads in there, guys. Right.
Of course, none of those punches to the scoring part of the body. And not much damage done one way or another.
But every time Wallace throws that left, it seems to be finding its mark, and a bit of puffiness now on Bellin's face. Certainly cut in 2 spots. Under the eye and a bleeding nose. I think that's the first straight left I've seen Bellin throw.
Well, certainly the first one that connected. Good uppercuts from Jamie Wallace in close. Bellin in the black trunks, Wallace in the red trunks if you've just joined us, and this is the 5th round of a pretty tight contest. Most of the big blows landed by the man in black, but Wallace doing enough to keep the scoreboard ticking over with points. Oh, big overhand right. Did some damage, no question about that.
One hurt Wallace. But he's still in there. Comes straight back again. Wallace just got to stay tidy here. He's actually a better fighter, Wallace, than his record shows. Only having won half of his fight.
He fights well, needs a big punch. A lot of blood now coming from the nose of Adrian Bellin. And also a gash under the eye. Being worn for the pushing and moving in with the shoulder. Again tries the big overhand right and then just leans in. You wonder whether he's starting to tire.
Ellis's corner is saying that it's Bellin's fight, but I don't quite see it that way at the moment. There's still plenty of fight in Wallace.
There sure is. And I think Bellin's the one who started to tire. Jamie Wallace got the better of that exchange as well.
Come on, good boy, Jamie. Break. Stand back.
Wallace just looking to his corner for a bit of advice there.
Come on, Jamie.
Almost got hit on the way through.
Oh, working it.
He's now trying to stay in close and stop Bellin throwing those big round arms. But a pretty good round. Which way do you see round 5, mate?
I thought it was very, very close, but I still had to think that either a draw or points win for Wallace. He's scoring with more punches at the moment.
And here comes Bellin moving in, as we say, more punches being thrown by Wallace, but on most occasions, the big spectacular blows being landed by Adrian Bellin. But Wallace stays so busy, even then when he was caught by the big right hand, he stayed busy enough to stay on his feet, throw out that left arm, and keep the point sticking over. Here's Keith Ellis.
Second down.
Well, Keith Ellis is suggesting that Jamie Wallace has almost had enough. I'm not so sure. 3 rounds to go. Start of round 6.
And that might be motivational talk. Certainly Bellin's fighting like this is the last round. He's very aggressive, Bellin. He's a walk-up fighter and a bit of a toy bulldog.
He's jabbing well, though, Wallace. Making Bellin miss more often as the fight goes on. And continuing to take the better of these exchanges. Here again.
Bellin doesn't realise it, but he's got a terrific left hand if he just used it more.
Oh, great work here from Jamie Wallace. He's got Bellin in a bit of trouble, trying to back him against the ropes. He's a bulldog, Bellin. He won't move. Try to push him against the ropes, but he is in trouble, trying to cover up. Jamie Wallace keeps throwing them.
Comes back though, Bellin, with a good straight left. No quarters being given at the moment.
No, and a lot of blood coming from the face of Adrian Bellin. The nose is bleeding. I don't think that's an extra cut to the right of his face. I think that's just blood from his nose. Good right hand again.
He hurt him then. Mind you, at this rate though, Bellin have to watch it because they could stop this fight.
Keith Ellis yells uppercut. Bellin obliges, but he's copping plenty of punishment. This is Jamie Wallace's round at this stage, little doubt about that. He keeps throwing them, keeps doing damage. Great left hand.
Lost his mouth guard there, Bellin.
Yeah, he's trying to push it back in.
We've found out all this blood will be causing a lot of problems at the moment.
Referee having a good look at his face. Seeing a bunch of terrific left hand. Bellin. Well, what a contest this is. How game are these two men? Oh, wonderful stuff.
Well, both of them won't give 1 inch. Certainly the bigger punches coming from Bellin, but Wallace just keeps scoring.
He calls himself the Bobcat. It looks like he wants to steamroll Jamie Wallace, but Wallace is still in front of him, still throwing him. Another left hand connects.
Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! That's it! Take him, Jamie. Catch him on the outside there, right. That's it. Come on.
Both fighters look to be very tired, but they're both in there. Wallace still hitting him.
He certainly is still hitting him, and that's the end of the round. But what a round it was.
That was a sensational round. Best round of the fight so far.
And only 2 to go. That was round 6. And it really was some round 6. As you see, both fighters throwing plenty of leather, but Wallace just is the one who keeps on scoring. He doesn't have the punching power of his opponent, but the majority of those punches are scoring. Now Bellin comes back himself with the big left hand that threw back Wallace's head, and then again had him in trouble, but Wallace recovers by tying him up. We'll have a look at this from a different angle, and you'll see that despite the second great left hand, Wallace is able to tie up his opponent and stay in the fight. Round 7, 2 to go.
Up to now, the quantity of punches are coming Wallace's way, but Bellin scoring the bigger ones.
He looks like he's been in a war, Bellin.
Wallace is incredibly tenacious.
He certainly is. It makes you wonder why his record is 8-8.
Well, as I say, 3 split decisions and a couple of other ones that they thought were slightly unfair. So, what I like about Wallace is he's a very tidy fighter. He takes a lot of those punches on the Bellin throwing on the gloves.
Both leading with the left. Both of them connected. Nothing stunning. But Bellin is still trying to end this with one punch.
Bellin's got a lot of punishment, though. Both eyes are puffy. He's bleeding from the nose and mouth.
Look, at this stage, you'd have to give the fight to Jamie Wallace the way he's performing.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But still, a round and a half to go, and Bellin may need this knockout he's talking about, but he's in trouble himself.
It was what we said, that 7 rounds gone almost, and Bellin's tiring.
They're both just 21, they're both very strong in the legs, both tough to knock out. Jamie Wallace doesn't really have a knockout punch, only the 2 KOs. In some 16 professional fights so far. Oh, the crowd love that. But again, Wallace able to tie him up, survive.
Taking one of those punches on the gloves.
He's in a bit of trouble here, though. Again ties him up.
And Bellin's inability to set him up could cost him this fight. What's surprising is that when they're fighting close, is that Wallace almost seems better. Expect the shorter man to be better in close.
Well, there's another example of exactly what you're saying. Works better with the uppercuts. Bellin wants to stand back and tee off. Again, drops that left hand, and again in a bit of trouble.
Well, I thought that round was Wallace's.
I'd have to agree with you. I don't know whether the judges will. We'll wait to see. We're going into the final round in a moment. And of course, again, Bellin is the one that keeps getting the flashy big blows. And we'll take a look at one right here. The great left hand, a straight left. He hasn't landed too many straight lefts.
No, he hasn't. Every time he lands, though, you think Wallace is about to go, and then all of a sudden he comes straight back.
And here comes Wallace straight back at him, as you say, Mark, and his combinations in close have been terrific. Ties him up whenever he's in trouble.
One thing we can be sure about, this has been a great fight so far.
It certainly has. The crowd are getting their money's worth from these two.
Here we go for the 8th and final round.
And the crowd are enjoying it too.
Bellin's coming back out again, looking for the knockout. You get a feeling we won't see one, though. Jamie Wallace is tenacious, he's courageous, and he's pretty clever in that ring.
I met him before the fight, and I thought he was almost too nice to fight, but how looks can deceive. He's given a great account of himself. If he just had better foot movement, Jamie Wallace could be quite a good boxer. A little bit slow on his feet.
Again, almost jumping into that wild roundhouse right hand, Adrian Bellin. Didn't score. Got Wallace in a headlock.
Wallace just tiring a little bit this round. And why wouldn't he?
And ladies and gentlemen, the bout after this will be the world title fight. We've just been informed ringside that the Australian bantamweight title fight will be delayed and the next bout. So if you're going to go and get a drink, do so in the break after this final round. Go to the bar, grab yourself a drink, come back to watch the IBF World Lightweight Championship between Philip Holliday and Jeffrey Fennick. They'll be the next fight in centre ring. But we've got a pretty good contest here in front of us as it is.
Come on, Jamie! Come on, Jamie, around the corner, around the corner!
Doing a good job here again, Jamie Wallace.
So it's a very close fight. It'll be hard to call.
Yeah, it could go either way, there's no question.
Oh, working it.
The damage, a lot of the damage has been done by Adrian Bellin, but you only have to take one look at Bellin's face to know that he's been in a fight as well. Look at him.
Hasn't he, Joe?
Covered in claret, and another, he just walked into a terrific left hand. He just doesn't have the punching power, Jamie Wallace.
Come on, boys! Don't let it get set, Jamie! Whack him with that horse! Come on, Jamie, you can do it! Come on, Jamie!
A lot of support
Come on, Jamie!
coming from Jeff Nielsen, Jamie Wallace's corner. He's from Adelaide, the boy in the red trunks.
Both fighters are very tired this round. I think Jamie would go to hit a final bell.
They're making only about 15-20 seconds to go. Not long left in this fight.
That's the boy! Come on! Fast in!
So there'll be no knockout.
Come on, fast in!
Oh, working it, boys, working it.
Both boys are happy that it's over.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now getting another message in the headphones to suggest that the bantamweight title fight could still be next. There's a little bit of confusion backstage, so stay tuned. We'll let you know whether it will be the Australian bantamweight title fight, 12 3-minute rounds, or the IBF World Lightweight Contest, the main event, Holliday and Fennick. But what a terrific fight that was, and I got to say, I can't pick it. I wouldn't be surprised if Jamie Wallace takes the fight. Personally, it's hard to score while you're calling, but personally, I saw it Wallace's way, but Bellin did score with some very heavy punches.
Well, clash there in the light heavyweights. Adrian Bellin and Jamie Wallace before the judge's decision. Give them a hand. It was a courageous performance by both of them. Very shortly we'll have the judge's ringside decision.
Well, neither fighter looks overly confident. And how could you be about a contest like that? It was a terrific fight. Just a terrific fight. And the final word on the next contest is that it will be the Australian bantamweight title fight between Arnel Barrichello, who hails from the Philippines originally, I think.
That's correct. Yes, he's been here for 7 years. Came down in 88.
And Nathan Sting, as in the former lead singer of the Police. And they're two young fellows, and it should be a terrific contest. They're fighting for the vacant Australian bantamweight crown, and we'll go ringside to Nick Robin in just a moment for the result of this great light heavyweight contest between Adrian Bellin from the red corner fighting in the black trunks and Jamie Wallace in the blue corner in the red trunks. They shake hands. A lot of sportsmanship there from two men that have just been giving it to each other for 8 absolutely ferocious rounds.
You'd have to feel sorry for Jamie Wallace if he loses this fight, after having lost 3 other fights by split decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges ringside have scored the bout a unanimous points decision, and the winner, Jamie Wallace.
Well, some in the crowd don't like it, but I think it was the right decision, and we'll be back with the Australian bantamweight title fight after that.